Hey and welcome back to the Jazzy Nation. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 7 things that have surprised me about traveling overseas as a Black woman. So my experiences, things that I've seen, things that I've just been a part of. All of that is jam-packed into this video. But before we begin, if you're interested in lifestyle, beauty, what else do we do? Travel. We do a lot of things on this channel, and if you're interested in that kind of content, make sure you subscribe and hit the post notification bell button so that you can be notified when a new video drops in your inbox. The first thing that I want to say is this list does not encompass just Morocco. I know that I am a content creator that talks a lot about Morocco because I am an expat living in this wonderful country, so please don't get it twisted. We're not just talking about Morocco. I've been other places around the world. I even have vlogs of all these other places and these experiences that I'm going to talk about in this video. So just take all of this with a grain of salt and know that this is my experience and the experiences of my family members as well. So don't go in the comments bashing or telling me that I'm not experiencing the things that I've said that I've experienced. It's really strange when people do that. So the first thing I want to touch on is that prejudice is everywhere. And I've mentioned this to some other people before, and they are very shocked to know that people can be prejudiced. People have prejudices everywhere, and that's because we grow up believing what we believe and we learn what we learn from our parents. So if our parents had a certain ideal of what things should be or what things were when they were younger, etc., etc., that probably has been passed down to you, and it's just in your brain. So unless you're going to be actively trying to change those things, it's everywhere. I talked about this in my Madrid vlog. We were followed, like, in not only one store but a few stores. We were followed around the store, and it's kind of like in a movie where you are seeing the Black customer being followed in the store and you're kind of like, wow, that's really how it happens. That's kind of how it happened for us, and that was a little unfortunate. Another thing that happened when we first moved to Morocco, actually, our bags were checked excessively. And I know that what you're gonna say is everybody's bags are checked excessively. Well, in our case, that was not what happened. Other people were actually let through and our bags were checked and we had nothing. And I think now that these same people see us shopping at the same places all the time, we're kind of like, you know, familiar now. So it's not a big deal anymore, but it was when we first got here. And I felt a certain type of way, but I think it's just good to be aware that those things do happen and that, again, prejudice is everywhere and it's up to us to just change it. So the second thing is that I really stand out. I'm not usually dressed like this. I'm in my home and it's like 90-something degrees. It's hot, so I was not about to wear a sweater. But when I am out and about and I'm dressed like everybody else, I still stand out, and that's okay. I don't mind standing out. Sometimes though, I kind of want to be put away because I'm very introverted. People are always just wondering where I come from, and that's because I stand out. I probably just look very interesting to people, but I don't mind. I don't take offense to that at all. So depending on what I wear and what my husband wears as well, we can be treated differently, especially if people don't know us. Again, now that we kind of frequent the same areas, the same shops, people know us regardless of if we're in dress clothes or, you know, not so dressed up clothes. That's with everywhere though. Depending on if you look really wealthy or look really poor, you're gonna get different service because of prejudice, right? Prejudice does not just happen because of race. It could happen because of class. It could happen because of gender. It could happen because of whatever. Prejudice is prejudice. So I think that that was kind of what it was when we first got here. And yeah, being Black definitely has a lot to do with how I style my hair. I usually have a different style every week and so people definitely stare a lot. I get a lot of different stares based on what my hair looks like that week or that day. You know, at first it was a lot. Like I told you, I'm just so introverted. I'm not the type of person that wants to be on show 24 hours a day, but I just take it as a compliment now. I just try not to take everything so personally. I think it's just when people want to come and touch my hair. That's annoying. Or when people make comments like I look like a doll or something like that. Like I'm a human, not a toy or something like that. But again, I just take it as a compliment and just I don't take it so seriously. Number 5 on the list is staring, which I've touched on quite a bit so far, but staring excessively happens a whole lot, especially when I am by myself and people don't know like what I'm doing. If I'm walking the streets, I might get stared at excessively, and again, I don't take it personally. It just depends on how it's done and I guess the intention behind it. I'm very friendly though, so instead of stare, please just come say hi. I will say hi back and we can have a conversation in whatever language words come out. So yeah. The 6th thing is that people can stereotype really, really hard. And I don't blame you. It's easy to stereotype. I know that Americans stereotype other races, other groups all the time, but it can be a lot when it's happening to you or to the person that's right next to you. So for me in particular, I don't get the stereotype. Like people don't necessarily know who I look like. They'll say, oh, you look like that one famous black actress or that one famous person that I know who you look like. They don't know who she is, but I look just like her. It's when the inappropriate things happen. So my husband got called 50 Cent, which is not a bad thing. 50 Cent's not bad looking, right? It was when the parking attendant was like, yo, 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 you look like 50 Cent. And then he started rubbing his nipples. That was weird. And like kind of doing like a perceived black motion, and just, it was just a lot. And we were kind of stunned because we were like, oh, what is going on? That's not everybody and that's not everywhere. That's just like a freak case that happened. I still don't know why, but yeah. Another funny one is that my dad gets called Steve Harvey a lot. He gets called Steve Harvey a lot. And you know what? That's a compliment as well. Steve Harvey, he ain't that bad looking. And the man is rich. So if we can walk around in the world and people think we're celebrities, that's okay too. It just sucks when it comes with ignorance and bad intentions, but you know, live life and just enjoy it and know that like that will pass. Not everybody is super ignorant. So that's kind of how I see it, which is fine by me. So number 7, I have to say that all of the things that I mentioned, they might sound negative, and I really hope that you all didn't take offense to the things that I said. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just literally speaking my truth. Maybe not your truth or anybody else's truth, but these are experiences that I have dealt with, and these are the ways that I feel. So I hope that you're able to understand that. But overall, I am just so blessed to be able to live such a life where I'm even able to experience all the things that I mentioned, because that just means that for those people that have never seen a person like me, I can hopefully open their eyes to newness and to breaking certain stereotypes. If you think that all black people do the yo yo yo, well, we all don't, and for those that do, they're probably amazing people as well. But just to show the world that there are a bunch of different of us, a bunch of different people like me that come in different shades, different shapes, different everything, and that we all can eventually just meld together and get to know each other and become friends and just love on one another. I'm so excited to travel to way more places so that I can experience more and so that you all can experience more as well. So let's just work on breaking the molds and get out into the world and show people who you are. Be kind, be polite, and love everybody. So that's it for this video. Again, make sure to subscribe to the Jazzy Nation. Leave a comment down below letting me know the craziest thing that has happened to you while you traveled as a person of whatever experience you identify as, and then talk about how you overcame that. Let me know down in the comment section below, and I think that's it. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mwah.